And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hey folks, I'm Tom Vasel.
I'm Holly.
And today we're taking a look at Star Wars Force Grab, which in Star Wars apparently means you can use your hand and pick something up. Essentially, it's the same thing as telekinetic powers. But anyhow, in this game you have these little toys, a helmet, a TIE fighter, C-3PO's head, and you're going to try to roll these toys and then grab totems. Does that make sense?
No.
Yeah, well, it's better to show you. So the way this game works is each round of the game, players are going to take a handful of items here. So you can see I have one named Falcon, a TIE Fighter, a Jabba, C-3PO's head, Boba Fett, etc. And then you roll these, and then we move them so that they're on the table. And this shows, see, some of these are going to land on their sides, sometimes they'll land face up, sometimes they're upside down, like this guy is. And so we just spread them apart a little bit so people can see them. Then you're going to turn a card over from the deck. Now this card will show different things. Here it shows Boba Fett face down. It shows here the Wampa on its side. It shows the helmet face up. And it shows the X-Wing upside down. Now if one of those is true, so I look and yes, the Boba Fett helmet is face down. So then everyone grabs the purple one. The first person to grab the purple one is going to get that helmet. And they'll take it off the board. So players are going to grab them. You can grab one thing only. So if the red one is correct, they'll grab it. If the blue one's correct, the green one, etc. So now the Boba Fett helmet's off the table. If that showed up again, here's Darth Vader face down, Jabba sitting up, the Rebel pilot, and the Wampa sitting up. Now none of these are actually working this time because Darth Vader's kind of on his side. So none work. At that point, you would grab the 0. So there's 6 things to grab here. You'll grab the color of the one that matches. If you do, and it matches correctly, you get that piece. If 3 of them match, which doesn't happen very often, but if it does, you grab the 3, and you will get those 3 items, and nobody else will get them. The 3 supersedes that. And if none of them match, you grab the 0. When that happens, then you will take all the items that are left, and you will roll them one time, and any item that is face up is your bonus. So I get that one, Jabba was face up, that's it, the rest are down. So, I don't know if the TIE Fighter is face up, I think it has to be like that. Okay, so I would get 2 more. Then we would compare who has the most things in front of them, they get one of these tokens. And that's it, then you start another round. You re-roll everything and you keep going. So as soon as someone grabs the 0 and it's legitimate, the round ends, and then whoever has the most tokens gets one of these, most of these pieces gets one of these tokens. And then you start another round. The first person to get 3 of those tokens is the winner of the game. All right, Holly, what do you think of this game?
I liked it because the art thing was awesome.
It
looked exactly like them.
Oh, you mean the items?
Looks exactly like gold.
Yeah, I mean, these are fun to roll. They really are. I mean, she has C-3PO's head right now, but the different ones, some of them roll better than others. Some have different sides that they can land on. The TIE Fighter can land on the top or the bottom or on its side. Most of them are pretty easy to tell, but there was a couple times where we had a hard time, like the X-Wing fighter has a blue thing on one side, but other than that, it's hard to tell if it's upside down or not. The Millennium Falcon also was difficult to tell which side. So the game has a bit of a speed element to it, but at the same time there was occasionally confusion. But I thought other than the confusion, it was pretty fun.
Yeah.
Because you roll the dice and then, well, the dice, I guess these are dice. You roll them and then you see what happens. And then you grab, and you can only grab one thing. But do you want to grab a color? Are there 3 matches? That hardly ever happens. Or are there 0? Because getting 0 is a big thing because you get those bonus things, and there's a good chance you'll win the round if you get the 0. Sometimes you get a 0 on the very first card. Did that happen to us, the very first card? I think it happened once. Yeah. So what's your favorite part of the game?
The part where I get one of them?
Oh, well, so the part you do better than me?
Yeah.
Either way, folks, I was surprised at this. It's a simple game. I mean, it could just, yeah, there's Star Wars figures. The Star Wars theme is kind of tenuous, but that doesn't matter. It's just a fun thing to roll and then just quick grab things. There's lots of games where you grab things in the middle, Jungle Speed and so on. This worked pretty well because there's that speed element to it, but it is possible different people will be grabbing different things. So anyway, I like this one. Final thoughts? That's Star Wars Force Grab. Dice Tower Judgment.
Approve!
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.